So of course we went over the worst games ever made. Okay, the worst games in the entire world. And most of those games were pretty crappy games. Okay. So we're going over the best games of all time and seeing how great they are. So the first game is Pong, that's the first game I made, so of course it's gonna be on the list. Zork, never heard of it. Never heard of it. Space Invaders and Asteroids, those games are considered classics. Adventure, that's a Atari game, it's a classic Atari game. Yeah, it's a Atari game that's considered a very great classic Atari game. Missile Command, that's another classic Atari game. Yeah, well, all these old Atari games, they're like classic games. Miss Pac-Man, Pac-Man, and all these games. Juiced, never heard of it. Pitfall, Robotron. Then we have Tetris, that's just, considered a classic as well. Elite. And then, of course, we had the first big game, Super Mario Bros. Before, first big game that sort of... No, actually, Tetris is. No, it's Pac-Man. Doesn't really matter. So, Mario Bros. Yeah, that's a classic Nintendo game. Zelda, that's another classic Nintendo game. Outrun, never heard of it either. Consort, I never played that. Punch Out, that's the game where Little Mac is from. And it's the only Punch Out game probably on this list. Mega Man 2, that's one of the best games of all time. I don't really like the Mega Man franchise as a whole. Mario Bros. 3, yeah, that game's probably deserving to be on the list. Mario World, Prince of Persia. Yeah, I heard that game. I haven't played it. Our Type, never even heard of it. Double Dragon, that's it. I heard that. That was on the 3DS ESOP. Next is SimCity. The only good SimCity games were the old ones. Secret Monkey Island, never played it. Civilization, that's the first one. That's considered a classic. Zelda, Link to the Past, Sonic, and Street Fighter 2. Those were a lot of good games in 1991. So 91 was a good year for gaming. 92, there was, yeah, mostly classic games as well. These are all classic games. Not as stacked as 1991. 1993, there was a lot of games out here. Star Fox, Secret of Mana, SimCity 2000, Fantasy Star 4. Yeah, there was 4 Fantasy Star games. Mortal Kombat 2, Zelda, Link's Awakening, and of course, let's not forget the greatest game of all time, Day of the Tentacle. A game that everybody remembers to this day. No one does. Next is 1994. So, Donkey Kong Country, a Star Wars game for the PC. Metroid, actually Super Metroid. UFO Enemy Unknown, this prequel to say, I think it's a part of the ZECOM Enemy Unknown series. I think those games are related some way. But yeah, UFO Enemy Unknown, that's a cult classic PC game. And yes, somehow Earthbound is considered one of the greatest games of all time. Even though I don't really agree with these people. Probably the 90s kids probably put it on here. 95, that must be a terrible year for gaming. The only 2 games on here is Chrono Trigger and Yoshi's Island. Yoshi's Island came out in 95. I thought it came out earlier. Next is Civilization 2 Command and Conquer, the first one. Duke Nukem 3D, Nights into Dreams, Pokemon, Quake, Resident Evil, Mario 60. Yeah, this is probably a pretty revolutionary year for gaming. So yeah, 97, there was Final Fantasy 7, Castlevania, Overrated 64, or always known as Star Fox 64. Gran Turismo, which is considered one of the best racing games of all time. Star Wars Jedi Knight Dark Forces 2, which I've never heard of that game before, probably because I don't play Star Wars games. And Tekken 3, which is of course a classic on the PlayStation 1. And let's not forget GoldenEye 007 coming out that year as well. And 98 was maybe considered to be one of the best years for gaming history. Fallout 2 Grand Fandango, never heard of that game before. Half-Life, Ocarina of Time, Metal Gear Solid, Panzer Dragon Saga, Resident Evil 2. Yeah, there's a lot of great classic games on there. 99. Yeah, it's kind of a letdown compared to 1998. Yeah. Age of Empires 2 Homeworld and some other games. Shenmue is the only, and System Shock 2 are the only games that an Unreal Tournament came out in that time as well. The old FPS games. And in 2000, Counter-Strike came out. Majora's Mask, yeah, it's not really notable. I'm surprised Banjo-Kazooie is not on here. The Alliance gets mad to put Earthbound on them while Conker's Bad Fur Day. It makes no sense. Not gonna, and Banjo-Kazooie. But they make out how great rail games are. Baldur's Gate 2, Counter-Strike. That is a old classic game. Deus Ex is an old classic game as well. And Majora's Mask, yeah, that is 2000 and 2001. 2001, there are a lot of games. Smash Bros. Melee and Halo Combat Evolved all both came out on the same year. Yes, Melee and Halo both came out on the same year. Final Fantasy X, which has the worst Final Fantasy protagonist, Titus. And yeah, Titus is the worst Final Fantasy protagonist by far. But yeah, Animal Crossing, Gran Turismo 3, GTA 3, and Max Payne, and Silent Hill 2, and Advance Wars, and some lesser known games as well on here as well. Then it's 2002, though how many games? It's probably just a stack because there's not lesser known games. But we have GTA, Vice City, Kingdom Hearts, Zelda, Wind Waker, Metroid Prime, and Soul Calibur, all games that were considered classic games in their own right. Beyond Good and Evil came out in 2003. I think that game flopped. That was one of those games that, it was too weird, it didn't sell. And Prince of Persia Sands of Time, that was a classic PS2 game. And Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, another classic Xbox Star Wars game. I heard of that game at least. And Mario World Inc., for some reason, is considered one of the best games of the year. But not Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire, the best Pokemon generation ever made. Hopefully, Pokemon Emerald makes the list. Next is Burnout 3 Takedown. GTA San Andreas, it's probably a decent year for gaming. It's a pretty great year for gaming. Half-Life 2, which some people consider the greatest game of all time, according to PC people, even though a better game that came out since Half-Life 2. And then Total War and World of Warcraft. One of the worst games of 2004 because Blizzard ruined it 10 years down the line, and that's what happened to World of Warcraft. Civilization 4 came out in 2005 and made Civilization fans consider that to be the best of the Civilization games. God of War, of course, a start of a great series. Resident Evil 4, considered easily the best of the Resident Evil games. And, of course, let's not forget the greatest game of all time, Guitar Hero. Okay, just kidding. It's none of these games. 2006, we have Oblivion. You're telling me, in 2004, you forgot Pikmin, really? You forgot one game, Wikipedia, Pikmin 2. You should add that game to the list. Okay, now let's go back to 2006. There weren't many games that were memorable. The only games I know is Okami, Wii Sports, Gears of War, and Elder Scrolls. Oh, and there was a Hitman game that came out at that time, too. And 2007 is probably one of the best years in gaming. There was BioShock, Call of Duty 4, Halo 3, Portal, probably the most overrated Mario game ever made, Mario Galaxy, and of course Team Fortress 2, one of the best shooters of the year. And that is saying something because the other games is Halo 3 and BioShock. Yeah, that's saying something. Probably one of the best years for shooter games in general. Then in 2008, there was Persona 4, not Persona 5, the game where Joker is from, Left 4 Dead, Splunky, that's a game I never heard of before, Street Fighter 4, which got 8 versions, and Dead Space and Fallout 3, which Dead Space would eventually be ruined by the greedy, grummy hands of EA. But yeah, Dead Space was good for what it was in 2008. And then 2009 is Assassin's Creed 2, Batman Arkham Asylum, and Left 4 Dead 2 and Uncharted 2. All classic games for the 360 era of games. In 2010, we have Limbo. Yeah, that game is that old? Wow. Mass Effect 2 was considered the best of the Mass Effect games. Red Dead Redemption, Rock Band 3, StarCraft 2, Mario Galaxy 2, and Meat Boy. And in 2001, Batman Arkham City, Dark Souls, Skyrim, and of course, Minecraft. Portal 2. Yeah, Minecraft's easily the best out of all these games. It's only one game we can, make a giant statue of. It's the only game where you can make a giant statue whatever you want in the game without them censoring you for no reason. So yeah, Minecraft wins. Also, you can really recreate Dragon Ball Z in Minecraft. So yeah. So next is this 2012 must have been a terrible year for gaming. There must have been no good games in 2012. Wait. So, Kid Icarus Uprising is not here? Okay, this list is rigged. Where's Kid Icarus Uprising? Come on. So, 2014, Dota 2, GTA 5, and The Last of Us. And 2014, you're seriously missing Smash Brothers for Wii U and 3DS and Mario Kart 8? You gotta be kidding me, Wikipedia. You have that much bias against Nintendo that they're not even listed here? No wonder why the Wii U flopped. Next is Bloodborne and Witcher 3. 2016 is Inside and Overwatch, and they haven't updated this list since 2013, because Mario Odyssey and Smash Bros. Ultimate should be on this list. So overall, that is the greatest games of all time, and yeah, this list is outdated. Obviously, Smash Bros. Ultimate and Mario Kart 8 should be on this list. No question. Goodbye.